what do you want to say tonight?
Nothing. I just came out tonight because I've been watching the media today, all day today. My son is remorseful for what he done. Out of all the children, he did apologize for what he done. I'm shocked. I didn't see the video until the detective came and got him and showed it to us, because I have other children and we was playing karaoke. So we didn't get a chance to see it, and when we did get a chance to try to see it, the detective was knocking on the door. So as they was knocking on the door, the news was on then. And so while the news was on, I heard my son say, "Mama." And I said, "What?" He said, "Mama." And when I got ready to walk toward the living room, the detective was knocking on the door. They had got my oldest son and was taking him down there to the Tillman station. And that's when I was asking him, I said, "Where we going?" He said, "Mom, can you go with me?" I said, "Yeah, I can go with you." I stopped doing everything I was doing. Walked on at the house to go with him with my other son. We got there, they said, "Ain't his name?" I said, "No, that's not this is." All my children's name, except for 3 of them, their names start with a. So I said, "That's not this is." He said, "That's not this." "No, sir." So he said, "What?" I said, "He's not home yet. When he gets to the house, I will have him to bring him down here." He said, "Well, where he at?" I said, "He's with my kinfolks." I said, "They went to Mississippi." I said, "He's with them." He said, "Well, okay." He left. They put me in the line.
Don't call names, because at FOX13 we don't use the names of juveniles.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So the police are at the door. When did you find out that your son was involved?
Well, when my other son saw it on the news, and he was calling for me to come and look at the video.
What did he say?
He just said, "Mama, Mama." And when he said, "Mama, Mama," I said, "What?" I went in the living room to go see what he was talking about, because he was pointing at the TV.
And your son was in court today.
Yes, ma'am.
And he has been formally charged. And he is the child that you can't see his face, but you do see the green shirt. Mm-hmm. Is that how you recognize him, from the clothing?
Not really. When I got there, the police had another picture of him with that shirt on. And I was like, I knew that shirt, but I didn't. That night he left, he didn't have that shirt on. He had on a white t-shirt. So when I saw it on the news, at first I was like, nah. But when they showed me the picture that he took at the store, which he evidently let someone else wear his shirt, and he got the shirt back when he left. Because when he left the house, he had on a white shirt. But when I saw it on the news, I knew that shirt. And I'm not trying to uphold him for what he did. I don't want to be put in the media as a deadbeat mom, because I'm not. I'm raising other children that don't have these type of problems. I've been trying to seek help for my son.
What kind of help have you been looking for?
Well, his father passed, and his mom won't have anything to do with him, which is causing him to act out a little bit, because he want to interact with his grandmother, but she would not interact with him. I have heard she won't interact with him because she say he looks too much like her son. And so with him hearing that, and him trying to get that bond and get that communication with her and can't get it, it's like he act out at me, because he feel like I wouldn't let him deal with his father, and by me not letting him deal with his father, he hold me accountable for what he going through. My son is stressing a little bit on the inside. He got a lot of issues on the inside of him that he hold within. He won't talk to me about it, but I've been trying to seek help so he could talk to somebody about it. And
Has he done anything like this before, where you can see in the video that he is stomping on another human being that's already down on the floor?
And I saw her, and just as like y'all was looking at it, like I was the same way. I didn't see it and say, "Oh yeah," no. I was the same way. I was mad. I was just as mad as anybody else, because what I told him. Had that would have been him on the ground, I would have been acting a fool. So I know how that child and his mother and those other people feel about them jumping on them. I'm not saying not trying to justify what he did. What he did was wrong. He admitted to it. He apologized. He only 15. It's other, out of all the children, they put him on the news and make him just this monster. He 15. He's a child.
You do know that some people see what he did as a monster-like act.
I know, because I heard Mr. Whalum this morning. I know. I've been watching news today. I know. I saw all the comments and the accusations. My thing is, that if it was their child, would they want people to be talking that way about their child? At the end of the day, this is my child they talking about. He's still my child. He apologized. I'm sorry. And I didn't even do anything. I'm sorry. I didn't raise him like that. He wasn't raised like that. I'm sorry. What more can we say or do, you know?
Where do you think that came from, what he did?
I just think, like I said, I just think my son got angry issues within himself, and he just acting out, you know. I do try to talk to him, try to see, you know, what's going on. Because my other children, their father come around, he don't get a chance to see his father. That could hurt him too. I don't know what he going through. I'm trying to figure out and see what he going through too. I talk to my baby every day. This the last thing I wanted for this to happen, for this to go on like this. No, this, when I saw it, to me, that's not my child. And I'm hurt. He hurt. I wouldn't have saw my baby today. He just is more remorseful as I am. He hurt. He hurt. He hurt. He apologized. He hurt.
Mama, do you know that right now, I'm looking at the tears in your eyes, but do you know that when you hear anyone say he's just 15 and you're looking at the video, it doesn't seem to matter that he's 15.
And I know that. And I know that all the news I've been looking at today, I know that. I know that. I've been seeing it. I've been hearing it. I know that. I know that, you know.
It sounds like when you say he's just 15, it sounds like you're making excuses for what he did.
I'm not making an excuse for what he done. I'm not saying he's just 15 for the crime that he committed. I'm saying he's just 15 for the news to put it in the news like that. I'm not mad about saying he's 15 for the crime. No, he wrong. He wrong. I'm saying he wrong. I'm mad about the news putting him out there. Like, I'm just mad about the child. At the end of the day, his children have done other things that have not been put on the news like that, you know. And why would it get to this point, you know, where he all over the news? I understand he did wrong. He know he did wrong. I'm not making no excuses. I'm not just saying, oh, he's just 15. That's not how I feel. I'm saying he only 15 for the news to put him out there like that. That's all I'm saying.
What should happen to him for just this act? What do you think is fair punishment?
I just feel like they should give him the help that I've been trying to get him anyway.
No punishment, but counseling.
Yeah, I think he should get punishment too, because what he did is wrong. I think he should get punishment too, but I also think that he should get help. He should get help. He told them that he wants some help. I just think that he should get help too. Punish him. But at the same time, while punishing him, get him some help. Get him the help that I've been crying out for. I've been crying out for help. It ain't like I'm not doing my job. I'm doing all I can. He's 15. Why put me in the news and make me look like a bad parent? He's 15. He know right from wrong. Why do me like that? Why put my other kids in the news, put me in the news? That's wrong. We haven't committed no crime. It's not us. We haven't done anything.
And a media outlet did that today.
Yeah. Why would they put me out there like that or say anything else about my other children? We have nothing to do with it. What he did, he did. We didn't do it. We didn't do that. Why is it that we are being judged? Why I'm being judged? I haven't done anything. I see people on the news all the time. I don't judge them. Who am I to judge? You can't judge nobody. Who are we to judge? We can't judge nobody.
I saw a comment on a social media site that said, you all have it wrong. She's a good mom. She's got 8 other children.
Yeah, I got 7 other children besides him. I have 8 in all. And anybody that know me, from wherever neighborhood I stayed in, from whatever neighborhood I done been in, from whatever street I done walked on, anybody know me and know my children, I'm a damn good mom. And what 33-year-old, you know, that got 8 children, that's gonna take care of them 8 children? I don't club, I don't do anything. I'm an at-home mom with my children. I had a job. I'm an at-home mom now with my children. I don't do nothing. I never have hurt any one of my children, never would. Would not trade my children for nothing in the world. He made a mistake. He made everybody entitled to a mistake.
Where was he, a 15-year-old?
He's supposed to be at CC's. He's supposed to went to CC's from 7 o'clock. He was gonna get picked up at 9. At 9 o'clock, when the ride went to go pick him up, they didn't see him because a lot of kids was already scattered over the lot. At that time, I didn't have a ride, so I had someone else to go get him, which was my family member. I'm not gonna call their name. Had family members to go pick him up. When they got there, they didn't see him because so much was already going on the lot. When he rode around for about an hour looking for him, so he just pulled on out because he said the police and everything was coming around. So they didn't want to be pulled over because they was just cruising on the lot. You know, they didn't want to be pulled over, so he left, tried to call their phone. They didn't answer the phone. That's when we went back up there. When we went back up there, we saw them walking. So I got him, put him in the car. Still didn't know nothing going on. Put him in the car, took him home.
Did you see all of the children there at the time that you did pick him up?
It was my son and a couple of more
That
kids.
was all that was left there?
And so I got him and brought him home.
What kind of trouble was he in before? What kind of trouble was your 15-year-old in before the Saturday night?
He was out with some more kids, and they found a gun, and he was arrested.
Was it his gun?
No, it wasn't his gun.
But he was charged?
Yeah, he was charged because they say he was being smart and some other things. It was just, if he would have shut up like the other kids did, he would have never went. But because he was talking.
Why didn't he learn the lesson you tried to teach him after that?
To be honest with you, I can't tell you why he didn't, learn the lesson. But a lesson was preached to him daily.
How long ago was that?
For them 30 days for him to be down there, I went every day.
You did?
Except for about 6. And every day I went down there, I'm preaching.
How long ago was that?
He got out about 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so he was 14 when that happened?
He was 15.
He was 15. So that was recent, and then he goes right back and he does this, in spite of you preaching and teaching. What are you going to do now?
Well, it's nothing for me to do. I could just be there for him, try to do all I can as a mother. I'm not making no, I'm not making no excuses for him. I can't make no excuses for him. I can only be there as his mother. It's the only thing I can do. I can't.
And your charges, you say that they had erroneous charges on you also. How did police get it wrong?
They said I was charged with prostitution and some more stuff they said. I got traffic tickets. We all have traffic tickets.
Right.
I have missed the court in a felony case. What else is that?
What was the felony?
It was a case that I had put on someone. It was time for me to go to court. I was pregnant and I was toxic, so I didn't go to court. And so by me not going to court, and they needed me in order to give my statement, they put out a warrant for me.
You were pregnant, you were toxic. That is, something was in your bloodstream that should not have been there while you were pregnant?
Nah.
What do you mean by that?
No.
Explain to me.
I was swelling up. My feet and things were swelling up because I was, I guess, eating the wrong foods at the time. Like a diabetic. They was trying to say I was a diabetic at the time I was pregnant. That's why I was
You had
up.
toxemia?
Yes, ma'am.
Going forward, you've got 8 children. Is that right? The total 8 children. One that's been in trouble twice in under 2 years, and he is under 16. What is that message sending to the ones that are watching?
They not trying to get in no trouble. My other children, trouble is the last thing they think about. They not trying to get in no trouble.
This child is the only one that's been in trouble.
They don't. My oldest son, he got in some trouble, but he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. When they got my 15-year-old, he was with them, and they wasn't messing with him. But when they got my 15-year-old, they was jacking him up and throwing him around, and he was trying to let them know that his feet was injured, and they got mad, and that's when they told him, shut up, since you want to talk, bring yo here, and put the handcuffs on him too, and charged him with him. And that's how he ended up in that way. Besides that, I have no problem with my children. My 16-year-old, he don't get in no trouble. He's not a trouble kid. He's not a trouble kid.
So it's 16, the 15, and then let's see, there's 6 others, and they are watching. Those are their big brothers.
But they not thinking about trouble.
And this baby was not in school.
Oh, I was waiting on that part. He wasn't in school because we were waiting on Mr. Gourier at Ada B. Well, the Innovative Charter Schools, to get the IEP papers together so that they can get him to Southwest. That's what I was waiting on. And this, he should be able to tell y'all.
Has he started at all this school term?
No, because like I said, when he got out, Mr. Gourier called me for me to put him in Southwest. But he couldn't put him in Southwest until he got the IEP papers back from the school. So that's why he wasn't in school yet. We was just waiting on Mr. Gourier to call us back and let us know when to go to orientation for him to be in school.
You came down here to clear up some misconceptions. Initially you thought these were held by us, and that is not. We don't have those pictures. Now I'm about to be very tough because you need to answer some tough accusations and some tough concerns. Sitting here across from you, I feel like you do love your children.
I do.
Looking you in the face. Hearing your answers, I feel like you're making excuses.
I'm not.
You're making excuses for why he's not in school. You're making excuses for why the older one got arrested.
That's not an excuse. Me telling you that they was waiting on his IEP meeting.
No, listen to me now. I'm telling you what the perception. The perception. And really, the only people that matter as far as conceptions are concerned are the children that you are parenting. And I don't think that's what you want. I don't think you want them to hear you sounding like you're making excuses.
No, I don't want them to hear me sounding like I'm making excuses, because I'm not. I'm not making excuses for him. He's 15. He know right from wrong. I'm not saying he don't. He know right from wrong.
What are you going to do different? What will you do differently when he is out of this situation?
When he's out of this situation.
What are you going to do differently for the children that are about to become teenagers?
Just being honest with you, when my son do get out of this situation, I plan on leaving Memphis. That's my next thing. I'm just waiting to see what's going to go on with him. That's my next thing. On my way to Texas. I just waiting, like I told them, that was already in the plan. I just was waiting till they go back to court on October 7th. That's what I was waiting on.
You have family in Texas?
Yeah, my sister in Texas.
And you're not presently working?
No, ma'am, not right now.
But you are taking care of the children however you can, including with some government assistance?
No.
No government assistance. You all are just making it however mom can find a way. 8 children, no job, no government assistance.
I get food stamps. Yeah.
And housing.
I don't get no housing.
No, I'm saying, but you have to pay for housing.
Yes, ma'am.
With no work income. And so, unless you were born with very generous people around you, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what's going on.
You're able.
And we okay.
And you're
We
okay.
straight. Yes, ma'am. We okay.
And you have a sister in Texas, and you'll be going there as soon as your boys cleared up.
As soon as they clear him, he gone.
Okay. What is the last thing that you want to say to people listening to this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I haven't done anything. I'm sorry. And I just want y'all to know that I would have felt the same way about my son if he was at Kroger's on that camera. I would have been mad if he was getting jumped on by other citizens, whether it was children, grown folks, or whatever. I would have been mad. So I am mad about the fact that he did what he did. I'm not making excuses. I'm not a deadbeat parent. My children are taken care of, and that's just that, That's just that, What am I being criticized for? What I do? I didn't do anything.
For having a 15-year-old out at night who ends up on video beating a child unconscious, and this follows him having been in trouble before.
He was the only teenager that y'all saw on camera.
Are those teenagers your concern?
No, they're not. But was he the only teenager that they saw on camera? Because that's the only teenager being talked about. So was he the only teenager that y'all see? I saw several teenagers. But see, what y'all don't know is it's more taping. Y'all just see what y'all see. It's more tapes out there. It's more than just him doing that.
Yeah, police say that they are
It's more than just him doing that. It's other videos with other kids stomping him, hitting him, doing other things.
Right.
But that tape is not being shared and showed. But this the tape that's being showed. And this the scene they talking about. What about the other scenes? I mean, they talk about him when it's several of other children out there doing the same thing he doing. Why is he just the one talked about?
You want the media to stop talking about him?
No, I don't want y'all to do y'all job. That's y'all job. Y'all as newscasters, anchor people, anchor women, men, that's y'all job. I'm not trying to tell y'all how to do y'all job.
But you're saying it's not being...
It's fair. But I just think it could have been handled a little bit better.
It's not evenly covered.
It just should have been handled a little better. It could have been handled a little better. I feel like it wasn't handled better. It was a beating before that man got beaten up at Kroger's. It was a man beaten in Westwood. Old man. When four young men jumped on him, they stumped him, knocked him out, kicked him. That never was the way this is. It was a man beat on Beale Street. Nobody tried to find the people who did that to him. They talked about it, a couple of days, it was over with. That man who got jumped on in Westwood, a couple of days, it was over with. But this, I understand they're trying to get justice for what these children are doing. I'm okay with it.
Well, this is only Monday, so this is just 2 days.
I'm okay with it, but I just think that's a child. Those are not just my child. Those are children. I didn't just say my child when I first said. I said those are children. Those are children, not just him. Every child that was on there, every person that was on there was a child except the 19 or the 20-year-old. Everybody else was a child. I just feel like it could have been handled a little bit better for them being children. Those are children.
How would you have handled it?
I wouldn't have put him all over the news like that. I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I would have aired it, but to say his name and to say their name and I didn't understand it. I really didn't. I really didn't. I might be wrong. I didn't understand it. I didn't, and I still ain't making no excuses. I ain't making no excuses. I just feel like as for those to be children, it could have been handled better, just a little bit better, just a little. It been stuff going on all the time. It's stuff going on every day. Things like that go on every day. I'm not making the excuse, but the way they put those kids out there like that, I just feel like it was wrong.
Have you checked on the children that were beaten? Have you checked on the children that were beaten?
No, I went up to Kroger's, but I turned back around because by them having me on the news like that, I don't want to be trying to check on nobody, and they got me on the news like that. Mr. McDougal got all this, what he got. I haven't checked on nobody because me going up there, I'm gonna have more cameras in my face. I don't want no cameras in my face like that. I'm not trying to be a celebrity. This not nothing for me to jump on TV and talk about. This is a man who got beat up at Kroger. This life, and it's also my child's life. Both was extinct, and it's still extinct. I don't want to be like I'm a hip hop artist or something like that, or I'm worldwide rapper. No, because guess what? That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for that. I don't like the public shining no light on me, putting no camera in my face. I ain't like the fact that my son was on TV and everybody calling my phone asking me, did I see it? Or did I hear them say his name? Or girl, did you hear what they said about you? They know they lying. I can't wait to go on here and say this and say that. Well, there you go. There you go. Here I go. I don't look like a bad parent, do I? I look like a bad parent?
I think that you're down here defending.
I'm not defending nobody.
No, not him, but defending parenting. And that to me To me, that tells me you care about something. You've got other children that you're trying to salvage their image of their lives and their mom. And I don't see anyone that can blame you for that.
That's all. I'm not mad about them putting him on television. I felt like you said, I have other children that have to go to school, that have to hear this. This their brother they talk about. At the end of the day, he still got family. We his family. And when they talk about him and we walk out there, that's a reflection on us. And my children going to school and hearing them talk about their brother, that's hurting. That's hurting. Anybody, you will be hurt. If they was talking about your child like that, I'm quite sure you'll be hurt too. It's not you defending your child. He ain't defending your child. You just love your child. I love my child. I'm not defending him. I just love my child. Not just him. I love all of my children. And for it to be on the news like that, and me to be put in the media like this, I think it's wrong. For them to do my children like this, not him, my other children, like this, I feel that it's wrong. Because at the end of the day, if it was your child, you wouldn't want your baby on the news. I'm not here he left to go to the CC's. When we went to go look for him, the lot was so full of kids, they couldn't find him. They came and got me. When I got him, he was walking down Pablo. Got him, didn't know nothing going on, put him in the car, brought my baby home. When I saw it, when my son called me to show it to me on the news, I was just as shocked as everybody else. I was looking like everybody else. My mouth was open like everybody else. I didn't see it, I didn't smile. I didn't jump up and laugh and say, oh, that's my, no, I was mad. I was pissed off as any parent would be, especially me going to just get my son out of juvenile. They hurt him. They hurt him. I'm hurt. I'm hurt just like everybody else hurt. I have an 8. I went to go see my son. I didn't go to court. You know why I didn't go to court? Because I knew when I got to court, this one was waiting on me, a camera. Why? Why? I haven't done nothing with the camera waiting on me for. That's why I didn't go to court. Why they said, well, his mom wanted to support him. Well, the juvenile people thought different. You know what they said? Well, Mom, we know you come down there. I come down there. When he down there, I'm down there every day. That's my child. I'm supposed to be there to support him. I'm supposed to be his baby. I'm supposed to be there for him. But when you're doing a crime like this, yeah, I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm disgusted with him because he was wrong. And at the end of the day, yeah, he wrong. He wrong. He wrong. I said it 100 times. He wrong. I have not yet said that he was right or the baby got what he deserved. I never said that. I don't feel like that. I don't. I just feel like it could have been handled differently. And for anybody to judge me and don't know me, come and take a walk in my shoes. I have 8 children, well taken care of, because if they want, I'll be on the news. Well taken care of. I see women all the time with 1 and 2, killing them, dropping them in the garbage can. I ain't dropped down. I love them. I love them. And they are mine, and I love them. He wrong, he wrong, he wrong. We said it 1,000 times, he wrong. What is it for me to do? I can't kill him. That's my baby. He wrong. He wrong. What is it for me? What is it for me to do? I have 7 other children besides him. Yeah, I check on him. When he outside, when he here and there, I go back. But this night right here, they just wanted to go to CC's. I let them go. Wanted to go get them. The parking lot was full of kids because it was more fights broke out. They really didn't have nothing to do with those kids, but there was other kids too that was in the CC's. It wasn't just that pack of kids, it was a lot of children in CC's. It was groups of children in CC's because the other tape, the other film that's been shared and showed too, they not showing it. And that was just as bad as the one they showing on TV. So, I just know I'm sorry. I know he's sorry, he apologized. You know, I don't know what he was thinking when he did it. I don't know if he was thinking when he did it. I can't say what he was thinking or what he was What was in his mind when he done it? I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I did have an answer for why he did it. I don't know. He get everything. I do everything. I go out my way. I get my children the shirt off my back. Anybody that know me, I get my kids the shirt off my back. I always have and I always will.
Thank you so much for coming down. And I don't know how this will end, but I know you do have 7 other children, 6 of whom have not been introduced to crime.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna be introduced to crime. This happened. It happened. It happened. It ain't. What can I do? It's already done. You know, I can reach out to the families, but I'm scared when I get ready to reach out to the family, they go the camera in my face. Mm-hmm. I don't want the camera in my face. If I do come to talk to the family, I want to talk to the family. Let me talk to the family. I don't want to talk to the family with cameras in my face. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want that. I don't want that publicity, whatever. I want to talk to the family themselves. I don't want to talk to the family and 5 news people. I don't want to do that. But I do apologize to the family, and I want the family to know I am his mother, and I apologize. I did not raise him like that.
So you'd like to speak with the family, but in the absence of cameras.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Are you exhausted?
Yes, ma'am. I know you can see it in my face. I haven't eaten. I don't want nothing to eat. I just want this to be over.
Who's with the children now? It's like midnight.
My mom. It's like a...
How is she doing?
She ain't. It's like a nightmare. It's like a dream. I just want to wake up out of it. I'm hurt. Really hurt. More hurt than anything. And, you know, it shouldn't, I just feel like we shouldn't judge. We shouldn't judge. I don't know you. I can't judge you. You don't know me. You can't judge me. And I just feel like that's what everybody doing. You judging me. They judging me. They don't know me. How can you judge me?
Do you think it's just the initial reaction from the shock of seeing it all? And that after a couple of days?
No, because that's what they do. This what they do. This what they do, you know. This what Memphis do. This what Memphis do. I wasn't expecting nothing less. I probably wasn't expecting for his name to be aired like that, but I knew it. You know, this what they do.
How old are the other children?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
But they teenagers.
And younger?
Teenagers. And I have
Because these
I have
are
five.
the big brothers.
I have 5 teenagers in all. Mm-hmm. Then I have a 5-year-old.
Okay. But these are the big brothers, and that's what and that's what you were saying is that they are looking at, you know.
But the oldest son, he don't do nothing. He not a problem child. He don't do anything.
It's the saddest story. It's sad what happened, and it is sad that teenagers are possibly facing incarceration, and we don't know for how long if they are found guilty. So that's like too many lives that are affected.
And that's why I'm speaking. That's why I say I'm not just talking about my son. I'm talking about the children, period. You know, just all of them. You know, not one of them. You can't say that the children ain't. You cannot say that the children aren't loved because they did what they did. That don't mean we don't love them. We love. I know I love mine. I can't speak for the other parents. I love my baby. I love not only him. I love my children.
And you want to be sure that your face is not shown because of what exactly the situations that you're running into.
Now, I just don't want my face to be shown no way because I don't want to be crying. I want my baby to look at the news and see me crying, and you know, I just don't want my children to go through that. Okay, it's on Facebook and what? Okay, so what? They don't got Facebook pages, so I don't got to worry about them seeing that. But on the news, and they got to go to school the next day. No.
So the other kids are teens, but you do have some that are younger, that are more impressionable.